Hello, thank you for joining me and my dog Dylan today as I read from my third book, Camp Resound, in the Boomer's Tales series. I'll be reading an excerpt from Chapter 5, Happy Barn. This chapter has been inspired by a trip I took to Christiana, Tennessee, to a place called Gentle Barn. There I saw a baby goat who had two of his legs removed and was wearing a prosthesis. Our last stop was the barn where animals stayed. You may not be able to visit some of the animals in the stalls, Wanda said. Some have recently had surgery or are recovering from being sick. Stopping at one stall, she said, Shaggy is a 2-year-old goat who has had surgery to replace his 2 hind legs. He was left out in the cold for days, which left his legs severely frostbitten. We have a vet who volunteered to replace his injured legs with prosthetic ones. As you can see, he is up and about and doing well. Carlos, who was standing in the back with Chloe and Shannon, pushed forward and asked, "Can I pet Shaggy? I have a prosthetic leg." He cuffed his jeans to show it to Wanda and the group. "I think that can be arranged," Wanda said. "I'm sure Shaggy, who has been here for a while, will be happy to meet a new friend, but you need to let him come to you. Bert, one of our volunteers, will supervise. Can I bring Chloe and Shannon?" "We only allow 2 people in at a time," Wanda replied. Shannon said, "I might be allergic, so Chloe should go." Once in the stall, Bert, who had been sitting on a box, stood up and gave the box to Carlos. He said, "Why don't you sit down here and watch Shaggy? Your friend can stand behind you and watch." Shaggy was standing against the opposite wall with his head turned away from us. Sitting on the box, Carlos cuffed his jeans higher and said, "We're both afraid after losing legs. I get it." Shaggy turned his head and looked at Carlos. He walked slowly toward Carlos and nuzzled his hand.